On 15th of August 2021, Taliban recaptured Kabul, stormed the presidential palace after talks with Ashraf Ghani government about a smooth transition remained inconclusive, and Ghani fled the country to Dubai to avoid bloodshed. Taliban's stunning capture of Afghan capital Kabul 20 years after its ouster by the US and the NATO forces is seen as the monumental failure and surrender of the US and the West before the terror outfit. The million-dollar question remains that where from the Taliban gets money, machine and manpower from. According to various reports, Taliban has around 85,000 active and full-time fighters armed with sophisticated and state-of-the-art arms and ammunition like the army. Some reports also suggest the total manpower of the outfit is more than 2 lakh, which includes commanders, intel chiefs, ground fighters and logistics support staffs. The CFR report suggests Taliban earns around $1.5 billion annually. Reportedly, it managed to earn $1.6 billion in 2020 itself. The Taliban has built a massive financial empire themselves ever since their ouster from power in 2001 by the US-led forces. In the past 2 decades, Taliban insurgents have built a state-like economy in the areas they controlled. The main source of their income is illicit drug trade, illegal mining, extortion, border crossing, exports, different tax collection, business in contrabands like heroin and synthetic drugs. It reportedly receives huge fundings from foreign governments and organizations, particularly from the Gulf countries, donations from non-governmental organizations, private fundings from influential persons from Iran, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Turkey. So the Taliban have designed a tax system in the areas under its control, which includes collection of protection and assurance money from big and small businesses, companies, shopkeepers, trucks and other goods carriers using the roads and other motorable ways. Taliban collects a 10% usur, that is the Islamic tax, and a 2.5% zakat, that is Islamic annual tax on wealth. The main and the most significant source of their fundraising is opium. It earns $416 million from opium trade, which comes from imposing tax on every stage of opium production, that is from opium farmers, dealers, traders, export, distribution, processing, transportation, selling, etc. It earns $464 million from illegal mining, around $240 million from foreign donations, approximately $240 million from exports, and around $80 million from real estate, extortion, infrastructure projects. The Taliban also earns from moving legal goods like fuel, medicine and other essentials through border crossing and customs. US and its allies have long accused Russia, Pakistan, Iran, Turkey of funding and arming the Taliban and providing safe haven for Taliban leaders. The role of China in arming and supporting the Taliban has also come under scandal after its open support and its proposal to engage with the Taliban leadership soon after its capture of the Afghan capital Kabul. Analysts claim Taliban receives logistics and other support from Pakistan Army, ISI, Pakistan government, other non-state actors, deep states and international crime syndicates. Taliban has opened its first overseas political office in Doha for its outreach and negotiation works, which also used as a recognized center for fund mobilization, international negotiation and other activities. Drug trafficking and border crossing remains the main source of income for the Taliban. But as they have grabbed power now in Afghanistan, Taliban will now exploit and cultivate nation's natural resources like the $1 trillion lithium mining, which is very essential for the production of rechargeable batteries and iron ore. In the US, about $7 billion of Afghan central bank's $9 billion in foreign reserves are still being held by Federal Reserve Bank of New York. The Biden administration has already vowed to block the access to these funds. The International Monetary Fund also said it would withhold more than $400 million previously scheduled to be sent to Afghanistan.